My favorite Thanksgiving dessert is pumpkin pie. I love a good pumpkin pie, you know, with the whipped cream, dollop of whipped cream. Yes. My least favorite, I despise sweet potato pie. Yuck. Yeah. Sweet potato pie.
Hey everybody, Brad Means wishing you the happiest of Thanksgivings. My all-time favorite dessert is cherry pie. It's so good. My all-time least favorite dessert, with apologies to country music supergroup Alabama, sweet potato pie.
So I know most people probably don't view this as a dessert because it's usually eaten with the main course, but I would say sweet potato casserole. It is a sweet dish, so I think it could count as a dessert. I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite Thanksgiving foods in general. And then for my least favorite, it's funny, Bria was just in here saying her favorite is apple pie, but my least favorite is apple pie because of the crispy top. I'm not a big crust person, so I usually like pies like pumpkin pie more than apple pie.
Hey everyone, Miller Hyatt here. My favorite Thanksgiving dessert is apple pie. I just love it so much. Now my least favorite is another pie, pumpkin pie. Not a big fan of the pumpkin.
My favorite Thanksgiving dessert has to be my Mimi's pumpkin roll. My least favorite, I don't think I've found it yet because I love all desserts.
So we're talking about favorite Thanksgiving dessert, more mashed potatoes and gravy. Least favorite, not gonna call names.
Favorite dessert would have to be pumpkin pie. Least favorite dessert, apple pie.
My favorite dessert, you gotta have Diane Howard's pineapple cream cheese cake. You gotta love it. You gotta love that one. Or if you don't like that one, you gotta have Miss Pauline Williams pound cake. Those are my favorites during the holidays. Least favorite, I don't like a lot of stuff. Coconut pie, fruitcake, that pineapple cream cheese, that Pauline Williams pound cake. It'll work.
So Thanksgiving, growing up in my house, we always had pumpkin pie, apple pie, cherry pie. Out of all of those, I think my favorite was probably either the apple or the cherry. I love that. I like a good pumpkin cheesecake. I hate pumpkin pie. I hate pecan pie. Definitely those traditional Thanksgiving pies I'm not a huge fan of, but give me some cherry pie or apple pie with some ice cream and I'm good.
I must say my favorite Thanksgiving dessert has got to be red velvet cake. And you don't even have to add the frosting to it. If you bake it just right and follow the instructions, then it's good with me. Where we're talking about the least favorite dessert, it's got to be candy yams.
My favorite Thanksgiving dessert is really apple pie, warm apple pie with ice cream. And I really can't stand a traditional pumpkin pie. I like pumpkin cheesecake, but not pumpkin pie.
So number one, we'll go with the favorite. My absolute favorite, sweet potato pie. If you got good sweet potato pie, I'm coming to your house. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna enjoy it. And the worst, the absolute worst dessert, because we can't even call it dessert. I'm talking about cranberry sauce. Take the cranberry sauce home, y'all. Don't bring it.
My favorite dessert on Thanksgiving would have to be my mother's blackberry jam cake. I have such wonderful memories as a child helping her crack walnuts. She would do it all from scratch. It was so great. A dessert I don't like, forget about it. I like them all.
Hey man, I'm not a big time dessert person, but I will say one of my favorites, if not my favorite, is that sweet potato casserole during the holidays. I will enjoy that during Thanksgiving and during Christmas. And my least favorite probably is everything else. Like I said, I'm not a dessert person, but I thank God and I enjoy that sweet potato casserole.
I'd have to say my favorite Thanksgiving dessert is absolutely my mother's sweet potato pie. She's been making it my whole life. It's just all of love and wonderfulness that she puts in there. So as for my least favorite, everything else, you can throw all the rest of that away.
All right, my favorite Thanksgiving dessert probably has to be pumpkin pie, but I've had a new appreciation for the pecan pie, especially the pecan pie at Lifesaver since I've been here in Augusta. So pecan and pumpkin pie are probably my favorite Thanksgiving desserts. My least favorite is anything involving cranberry. I'm not a really big cranberry guy, but that said, I'm looking forward to having some delicious food and being surrounded by my family for Thanksgiving this year.
Okay, my favorite Thanksgiving dessert, I would have to, okay, it's changed. So it was pumpkin pie,
but a warmed apple pie with a side of vanilla ice cream, spot on. And then I'd say my worst would have to be cranberry sauce. I'm just not a cranberry person to begin with, so just the sauce and like the texture of it just doesn't sit right with me. So that is my favorite, and that is my least favorite Thanksgiving dessert.
So my favorite Thanksgiving dessert is absolutely sweet potato pie. I love a good homemade sweet potato pie. Gotta have it. And my least favorite is pumpkin. And trust me guys, there is a difference.
Hey everyone, happy Thanksgiving. My favorite Thanksgiving dessert is probably pecan pie, but I'm also a huge fan of apple pie. Now, this is where I'm gonna get a little controversial. While I do enjoy pumpkin pie, I'm gonna have to put that in the bottom slot. All you pumpkin pie lovers, don't come for me, but it's just not, it doesn't compare. It does not compare. That's my thoughts.
My favorite Thanksgiving dessert is pecan pie. I just love my mama's pecan pie. Delish. She does the best. My least favorite Thanksgiving dessert, banana pudding. I don't have to do it. I just don't need banana pudding at Thanksgiving.
My favorite Thanksgiving dessert is pumpkin pie because I like anything pumpkin, and my least favorite is cranberry sauce because I don't like the texture.
My favorite would have to be peach cobbler with some ice cream, vanilla to be exact. And my least favorite, gotta go with pecan pie.
During the holidays, when I think about desserts, my least favorite is that fruit cake. I cannot get with it, but that is my least favorite. My favorite is key lime pie. I really enjoy that.
So my least favorite, I'm going to try to avoid the negative, but it rhymes with umpkin. My favorite though would be anything that involves sweet potatoes. So candied yams, sweet potato pie, and the best thing about Thanksgiving and my Thanksgiving memories are picking, and at the time was my least favorite, was picking out the strings from the sweet potatoes that we mashed to go into the pies. My grandma made us do that every holiday. It was the kids' job. And so that's the memory, and I'm thankful for it. And it is still the best Thanksgiving dessert.
My most favorite dessert, I'm not a big sweets eater, but I like what I like, and I love red velvet cake, red velvet cupcake. So if you are a supreme red velvet cupcake or cake baker, you can catch me here every Monday at the studio from 7 to 8. You can bring me and Pastor and the whole crew some red velvet cake. Also, my least favorite though, I'm not feeling the sweet potato pie. I mean, everybody do their own thing, but I'm not a big sweet potato pie fan.
My favorite dessert? Probably almost any kind of pie, but if there's chocolate in it, it's probably the best. Least favorite? Pumpkin pie. I can't abide pumpkin pie.
I think my favorite Thanksgiving dessert would be, like a nice pumpkin cheesecake. Least favorite dessert, probably pecan pie. In my front yard, there's like a pecan tree, and I'm stepping on pecans like all day, all year round, so I just get kind of tired of them, so just don't like it.
Favorite dessert has got to be pecan pie. If you say pecan, well, I don't know what to tell you. However, my least favorite dessert has got to be blueberry pie. It has very little flavor, so I'm not a fan.
Let's see. My favorite Thanksgiving dessert is classic apple pie with vanilla ice cream on top. Gotta have that. And my least favorite is pumpkin. I just can't do the texture, so sorry, pumpkin pie.
My favorite Thanksgiving dessert, we always have a big red velvet cake on the dessert table. And so that's probably my favorite. My least favorite dessert is there's always a custard pie, and I've never touched it, and I never will. It just seems bad.
I think I'd have to say that my favorite Thanksgiving dessert is gonna have to be the classic pumpkin pie. And my least favorite is the pecan, whatever you wanna say. You can keep it, I don't like it.
Hey, happy Thanksgiving to everyone. My favorite Thanksgiving dessert, I think that would have to be red velvet cake. A follow-up to that, some sweet potato pie. However, my least favorite dessert, probably pumpkin pie. You know what? Not even pumpkin pie, cranberry sauce. Get that out of here, dog. Get it off my plate.
I'm gonna start with the worst dessert for Thanksgiving. It's a hot take, but I hate pumpkin pie with the ultimate passion. It's not for me. I'd never want it. It's not for me. It's so gross. But my favorite dessert is actually a Puerto Rican dessert. It is flan de queso. It's basically flan with like cream cheese. It's very delicious. Not so well for lactose people.
My favorite Thanksgiving desserts. I'm not real choicey. I'm not real picky. I pretty much like anything as long as the person that put it before me can cook. Least favorite dessert? Easy. Fruitcake. Fruitcake is just, there's too much going on with that. And there's something not right with a cooked item that will last 4 to 6 months. Something about that just not right.